The Water Shrine. It's not that big of a dungeon, but it has a few treasures in it, and allows me to go somewhere else. Oh no, it's Mother Octo. Mother Octo, how have you been? Obviously, she spits sands in my eye, but they're no huge threat. Not for my kitty and my dragon, who are still out in the forefront until the kids grow up stronger. Oh no, it's a zombie knight and a necromancer. You know what this means? This means this is gonna hurt. So let's go ahead and get rid of some of these things before they cast something horrible on me. Obviously, the Necromancer was more concerned about bouncing. Oh well, whatever gains you levels. Because it's about gaining levels along the way. When isn't it about gaining levels? It's an RPG. The classic type RPG. Some people say it's a Japanese RPG, and they're all correct. But then you get into debate about Western versus Japanese, and I don't want to go into that. I found Satan's helmet. So, how about that beautiful Satan's helmet? I bet you anything it's cursed. It could be equipped with Golmeth or Merlin, and will sell for a huge amount of gold. I don't think it's a good idea to equip it though. Especially since once items are equipped, you have to get them uncursed, and then you don't get the money back from the cursed item. Although I would be interested in finding out the effects. Wow, my son has learned Firebane. He's a fiery kid. Kind of strange since I've learned a bunch of air spells. Don't get me wrong, they helped me along the way. But, well, kids don't always follow in your footsteps, if you know what I mean. There's still one more item here before this tunnel takes me to another place. But first, Blizzag. An ice elemental, if you haven't guessed already. That casts that snow blast. Dashing through the snow. If you haven't guessed, most of the monsters here are going to exceed 100 hit points, and we're getting close to the 200 monster hit point. Yay, the kids are already level 13. They're getting into their teenage years. Oh, gods. Not really, but... levels do not equal age. How many times must I tell myself that? Also, Man of War. There are 8 of them down here. We also know how weak they are. That means I don't have to carry so many full moon herbs. Unless he gets numbed or paralyzed. Then it's a problem. But still, it's a nice thing to have. Along with another small medal. Keep getting those small medals. Not a big deal. Unless your main character, me, Magma, is dead. And you don't have any herbs with you. Then it gets annoying. And a little bit under the bridge. And we can go north or south. North leads to a place we can't go to yet. Hey, my son learned Step Guard. That's very important. I guess he gets traits both from his mother and myself. And my daughter gets Snow Blast. Oh wow, she's gonna be an ice magician. That's all I gotta say. Also, speaking of which, if I do go north, there is a pedestal that leads to a door. A door which I cannot open. Because the 3 pedestals are items I have some of. No spoilers. Sancho also gained a level. His game level is pretty good, so that's pretty good. Yes, it is pretty good. And now you know where I am. That river we saw earlier when we walked around the perimeter of this area. A pretty well protected valley. For a town, that is probably in great condition. Unless a bunch of monsters are here, like these guys again. Yay, we finally made it to another town. Sort of a cashless town, too. The village of Heven. Does that mean heaven? Is it a town full of nuns? Because this place has been long forgotten. And I'm surprised that inn is still in business. Here we are in Heaven. Heaven. Heven. Hey, there is a man over there. I guess this village can't be full of all women. Otherwise, it'd die out pretty quickly. So let's get some new weapons, which are way above my price. Including the Sword of Temptation. The Sword of Temptation. The Sword of Temptation, which me or my daughter can equip. But not my son. I don't want any answers. I just don't want any answers. And I'm beginning to wonder about my daughter's habits. I also wonder about my son's habits. And I must meet the 4 village elders. As expected. Including getting some wisdom. Like a helmet of wisdom. More stuff I can't afford. Hooray. But would be awesome to have. I'll be doing a lot of grinding off camera. And make my son and daughter ultra powerful. Maybe even surpassing me. That would be embarrassing. Oh, you knew my father. He was a Casanova just like me. And of course, small metal. So many small metals, so little time. And I suppose my son is old enough to start eating seeds. Because he's a good boy after all. Don't get addicted to them like I am. Also, scholars to give us more information. And a free magic carpet. And a magic key. Wow, awesome. Oh, I get it. Crazy old man. But I do see a treasure chest over there. That could have these magic items. That could help me save the world and get me more treasure. So my mother had the power to save the world, but instead, the four elders. Wow. Talk about holding a grudge. Good thing my dad wasn't here to hear you say that. He would have whooped all ya. Anyways, let's get the plot dump out of the way. So the elders gave me a plot dump, but in the end it ended up useless. But always remember to save your game, by the way. So I shall save my game. In this heavenly town. So I have returned. Amen. Also, I should visit here at night. See what the people have to say. Also, I have not visited Grandvania at night. Because I was blocked off previously. Well, yes, what about that magic carpet? And that magic key? Well, simply by going under the town, which is silly. It's a magic key for me. Now I can open a whole bunch of places. Son, don't lose that key. I'm serious. If you lose it, you're grounded for life. And of course, I figure on the other side might be the magic carpet. If I can get to it. Or if I have to play this game. The game of going through the forest. And under the castle. To maybe meet your grandmother. Instead, I talk to this man in the middle of nowhere. Hey, Xenothin Castle, maybe I can talk with God. I'm sure he would help me out. But wouldn't he have helped me out earlier? Theology aside, let's go down here and probably get the magic carpet. Hey, what a good guess. The magic carpet. So, what can you do on a magic carpet ride? Go on a whole new world. Let's try using that magic carpet now. Not out here. There's not enough room. Also, it should be noted, you can cast Return here. So let's take care of first things first. Lamp of Darkness. Give me nighttime. Welcome back, Rue. When we go through at night, we might get more clues. And people are scared in the night. And, well, I can't explore much of the town at night. Obviously. Because everything is on lockdown. By everything, I mean most things. You're a copy-paste soldier. A copy-paste soldier is a soldier that says the exact same thing as another one. You'll meet a lot of them in the future. Also, I could go to the inn, but I don't want to. Because it's past the kids' bedtime. Aren't you kids proud that your dad lets you play past unreasonable hours? But until you become stronger, it's back in the wagon with you. And considering how annoying this place was to get to, that's why I'd have another wonderful item. Son, roll out the magic carpet. Not out here. Explain yourself. Does it have to be in a clear area? The magic carpet. I said carpet, not key, son. With a little free room in the plains, I can now travel over some distance freely without meeting monsters and having new music. Unfortunately, I cannot travel over forest. Just water, plains, desert. But this leads me to a new idea. A new idea that I can go somewhere else. And that's a new idea. Of course it is. So, son, let's roll out the magic carpet that miraculously carries a wagon and at least 8 people with it. Also, you cannot go over hills either. Hey, speaking of magic carpets and Arabic-like things, we should go back to that one town. You know, I think one town had... Yes, you're thinking what I'm thinking. The Zenithan helmet. Unfortunately, you cannot use your inventory from here. Which means I hope you have a good memory. Does anybody remember the name of this town? Because I don't. And everything's closed at night, so allow me to go to the inn. And in the next video, we'll get that wonderful Zenithan helmet. That was kept safe for me.